In the next scene, a few months ago at Seonhwa Group headquarters, our main character, the third brother, walks towards the door. He addresses the bodyguard standing in front of it, saying, "You motherfucker, stop frowning every time I see you. It feels like I am walking into a funeral." One of the bodyguards stops him and says, "I apologize, but you cannot enter." Our main character's brother responds, "Do I look like a pushover just because I made a joke? I didn't have time." Then the guard says, "We received orders that today's meeting can only be attended by designated members." Our main character's brother asserts, "I am Kang Pildu, Seonhwa Group's third son." The bodyguard replies, "I am aware, however, you cannot attend today." Then our main character third brother says to the bodyguard, "You bastard, you must have forgotten what my personality is like." We see both guards sweating. And our main character's brother says to him again, "So who is blocking me? Tell them to come out." Fuck. Our main character's second brother walks towards him and says, "It's me. It seems you still haven't gotten rid of all your habits. How can I look positively upon you when you brutishly take out a knife whenever things don't go your way?" He continues, "If you want to dance so bad, do it at your job. This is the headquarters." The third brother responds, "Who the fuck do you think you are? I am undoubtedly a president on the list of board members. Don't you know?" The second brother replies, "Not all presidents are the same. Don't forget that you are the president of subcontractors." He then walks towards the headquarters and says to the third brother, "You do run wild just because of a single title. This is where the company is a mess. Do your job properly. If you can't control one roughneck like him, the company image is going to hell." The third brother retorts, "Fuck, a bastard who was just lucky to get that position for being born a minute earlier." The second brother angrily looks towards the third brother and says, "What? Did you lose your fear receptors? Oh yeah, it's been a while since you got heat, right? Should we fight and see who is on top again?" The third brother responds, "You are finally saying something I wanted to hear for once. Yeah, you deep shit, stop blabbering only with your mouth and let's set our hierarchy properly." The second brother says to him, "You motherfucker, yeah, you need to get beat up to stop talking shit. Things won't end with just a few broken bones like last time." After that, the second brother tries to attack our main character, the third brother. But the third brother pulls out a knife to defend himself. Then someone approaches them and says, "Enough." We see the first brother of our main character. He walks towards the building without saying anything to them. Then he suddenly stops in front of the door and says, "Hey, Taegu, if you want to stick to the group, stay unnoticed and just do what we tell you to do properly. Don't try to impudently obtain your brother's position. Got it?" He asks again. "Won't you respond?" Our main character, the third brother, grips his hand, saying, "Understand," and bows to them. In his mind, he thinks, "They are saying to just pick up the shit that comes out of their ass for the rest of my life. Do you think me, the great Kang Taegu, will just rot in your shadow for the rest of my life? I will show you properly who is the proper person for Seonhwa's next term owner." We see a bar from earlier, with some people standing guard at the gate. Inside the bar, a subordinate says to our main character, the third brother, "These are Seonhwa's illegal businesses." Then we see our main character, the third brother, looks at the documents and says to his subordinate, "Yes, good work." He then looks through the documents and remarks, "Wow, my brother sure did a lot. But are you sure about this?" The subordinate assures him, "Yes, you can trust it." This info was obtained by Chinese hackers, who are famous for their expertise in this area. "But boss, will you be okay if this explodes? Who might be in danger?" Our main character, the third brother, responds, "You don't believe me either?" The subordinate says to him, "Who else would I follow if not you?" The third brother replies, "Yes, you all need to enter the head office with me. Carefully deliver these documents to Pildu." The subordinate responds, "Understood, boss." But the guest, the prosecutor, is already filled with the pros connection, and there's no guarantee that the youngest son will decide to investigate his family. Interrupting him, the third brother says, "We should not look into someone else. With Pildu's personality, as long as he is aware of this, he will definitely be investigating. That bastard does not give a rat's ass about family." He adds to his subordinate, We are only passing on the knife handle to Pildu. The one who says to our main character, the third brother's subordinates to gather in front of the bar door is not specified. Seeing the subordinates, our main character, the third brother, says to them, "He will definitely dance a beautiful, nice dance for us." After that, we will capture Seonhwa. In the present, we see our main character in bed, remembering the fight with the school bully. He thinks to himself, just how far does the involvement go? He picks up his phone and calls his second brother. The scene shifts to our main character, the second brother, coming out of the headquarters. He sees his subordinate sleeping in front of his car. He wakes his subordinate up and says, "You idiot! After continuously receiving your pay, you are sleeping on the job." He then throws the subordinate on the ground and kicks him hard. A subordinate wearing a red blazer says to our main character, the second brother, "That's enough, Kang Mu." There are a lot of people around. Our main character, the second brother, grabs the subordinate's face and says, "Hey Choi Chung-sun, this is the company. Watch what you call me. MI is still your high school friend. It's because you work like this that underlings are in this state." The subordinate apologizes to our main character, the second brother, saying, "I apologize, Mr. Kang Mu." After hearing that, our main character, the second brother, says to his subordinate again, "If you do this again, just know your head will be cut off." The subordinate says to our main character, the second brother, "Yes, sir, I will work harder." Our main character, the second brother, mutters, "Annoying bastard," as he takes out his phone from his pocket and says into it, "Hello?" On the other end of the line, our main character hears his brother, then his second brother says to our main character, "If you call, you should speak rudely, motherfucker." Who are you? Our main character remembers the footage of the CCTV and thinks to himself, not just anyone, but Kang Mu. No, even my second eldest brother is involved. The main character, the second brother, says to his phone again, "Is this Pildu?" After hearing that, our main character responds, "It's been a while, Kang Mu." His second brother responds with a provocative question, "Don't tell me you think I killed mother. But you know what? What would you do about it? If I really did, would you come kill me too? Try me." Our main character's second brother challenges him further, saying, "Do you really think you can take on the entirety of Seonhwa by yourself? If you're confident, come find me." The scene shifts to our main character's second brother, who is vigorously punching a punching bag. With a single punch, he breaks the chain of the bag, revealing a human figure inside. He comments, "This can't even get me started. Take it out to the trash." Later, we see our main character's second brother wearing a shirt, discussing tasks with his subordinate. One of them reports that they are searching everywhere for something. Concerned about his younger brother's actions, our main character's brother remarks, "I gave them an inch for being my younger brother, and now they're trying to take too much. Taegu, I already knew he was like that, but I didn't expect Pildu to be doing this too." He instructs them to move quickly, emphasizing the importance of avoiding any issues with the upcoming election. One of the subordinates assures our main character's second brother, saying, "Understood, sir." Acknowledging this, our main character's second brother adds, "Right. And make sure to keep a close watch on Taegu and his subordinate. I'm concerned about how quiet he's been recently." Another subordinate chimes in, expressing concern about Taegu as well, stating, "Taegu too. That's risky. If he finds out about the mole hole we dug." In response, our main character's second brother instructs, "Keep your distance and listen in on his plans." Do I have to tell you how to do everything? Apologizing for any oversight, the subordinate promises to improve, saying, "I apologize. I will try to improve, sir." After hearing his subordinate's response, our main character's second brother couldn't hide his frustration, muttering, "For fuck's sake, I'm tired of hearing that." The subordinate, acknowledging his superior's command, simply replies, "Yes, sir." In an attempt to ease the tension, our main character's second brother affectionately pats his subordinate's head, teasing. See? You feel embarrassed. If your boss went around looking like this. Noticing a drop of blood on his shoe, our main character's second brother challenges his subordinate. You used to be better. Remember? Why don't you show me your skills after such a long time? This elicits laughter from 3 of his other subordinates as our main character's second brother continues. What's the matter? Can't you do it anymore? In a photo, our main character's second brother and the same subordinate are pictured together. The subordinate, kneeling on the ground, offers, Not at all, sir, I'll do it right away, before dutifully cleaning the shoes of our main character's second brother. After witnessing that, our main character's brother encourages. You're good at it. Try to do better from now on, Chung-sun. Outside our main character's brother's house, the same subordinate converses with a man, remarking, Time for my shift already. Inside a car, our main character observes the scene ahead, ruminating. As expected, but they're always together. Chung-sun. Or should I call him team leader Choi Chung-sun now? To meet my second brother, I must deal with him first. Gripping the steering wheel, he adds to himself. I knew it wouldn't be easy. Kangmu. Later, our main character stands before his brother's subordinate, holding a hammer, poised for action. As the walkie-talkie crackles to life, a voice asks, Team leader, have you come across anything yet? The subordinate responds, No, nothing yet. You all can go home. I will finish up here. Placing the walkie-talkie down, he turns his attention elsewhere. Observing this, our main character remarks, You don't even look surprised. Maybe this kind of thing happens a lot. In response, the brother's subordinate admits, Not really.
In fact, I'm quite surprised right now because you're the first person to come here alone recently. I don't know what business you may have with our president, but can you just go home for today? Tomorrow's my payday, and I don't want to deal with any nuisance on a good day. Upon hearing this, our main character swiftly moves toward the brother's subordinate, hammer in hand, ready to confront him. The subordinate sighs, this is why being a salaryman is difficult. Our main character launches an attack, but the subordinate deftly avoids it and retaliates, striking our main character in the face. After regaining composure, the subordinate remarks, I did expect it, but I never thought you'd actually show up. Our main character addresses his brother's subordinate as Chong-sun, noting, You're the same as before. In his mind, he recalls Chong-sun as the former MMA second-place champion. Chong-sun reflects, I've seen a lot. It's been a very long time, by the way. Pildu, are you really here for a fight against your brother? I know this is not my business, but what good will you have out of fighting your brother? I suggest you just beg for his forgiveness. In response, our main character asserts, this is a family matter. It has nothing to do with you. The subordinate pleads, come on now, don't be so cold. You know what position I'm in. Yeah, it's not like I don't know you either. In response, our main character asserts, I'm not here to talk and relax. If you don't move, you leave me with no choice. Frustrated, the subordinate exclaims, Sigh, fuck you. You talk the same way as your brother does, and it pisses me off. In a swift move, the subordinate disarms our main character, knocking the hammer from his hand. Attempting to punch our main character, the subordinate finds him elusive. However, he lands a solid hit on our main character's face, causing him to fall to the ground. Tauntingly, the subordinate mocks, Is that all you've got? You plan to take on your brother, I mean the entirety of Seonhwa, with that? Don't be so cocky, come with me. The scene shifts to our main character's brother waking up from his bed, having heard the commotion from the fight between our main character and his subordinate. He remarks, So, that punk actually came all the way here. As our main character and his brother's subordinate continue to clash, the subordinate addresses our main character, saying, I have nothing personal against you, just doing what I do, all right. After our main character's brother intervenes, he drags our main character by his collar, but our main character manages to stand up again. Seeing this, the subordinate remarks that our main character is as stubborn as his brother. He wonders if he has to go this far. Our main character then pushes the subordinate against the wall with his shoulder, causing him to hit the wall. The subordinate recovers and counters with an elbow to our main character's head. He attempts to punch again, but our main character pushes him against the wall once more. The subordinate realizes that our main character is trying to close the distance because he's at a disadvantage in melee combat. Despite our main character's repeated attacks, the subordinate blocks and thinks that it's obvious that the first attack was a fake. As our main character continues to attack, the scene shifts to his second brother walking out of his room and witnessing the fight between our main character and the subordinate. Eventually, our main character pins the subordinate to the ground, holding his neck. The subordinate reflects on his anger towards our main character and his brother, Kang Pildu, but manages to break free with a knee kick. After being hit by the knee, our main character Nicobar from the floor in an instant, landing firmly on his feet. Seeing this, the subordinate says to our main character, "Come to think of it, Kang must have just told me to bring you to him." Suddenly, our main character launches at the subordinate again. The subordinate says, "But he did not say to bring you back intact." Our main character punches the subordinate, but the subordinate swiftly avoids it, grabbing our main character's leg. The subordinate says, "What did you think? You'd be at an advantage once you close the distance." Our main character struggles to free his leg, shouting in pain. The subordinate thinks, "Give up, you idiot. Your legs will actually break at this point." Suddenly, our main character grabs the subordinate's leg. Seeing this, the subordinate thinks again, "Damn it, he never had any intention of surrendering from the start. He will really break it." Our main character smiles, holding the subordinate's leg. The subordinate says, "Hey, Kang Pildu, stop. If you actually do it." Then we see our main character break the subordinate's leg before walking towards the door. Suddenly, the subordinate says to our main character, "I may have ended up like this, but it won't be the same for you. He won't go easy on you just because you are his younger brother. You don't know Kang Pildu at all." Hearing that, our main character looks back at his brother's subordinate. The subordinate continues, "Everyone thinks I am looking out for Kang Pildu because of money, but that's bullshit. They say that without knowing the truth. You know, I have never won against Kang Pildu, or rather, I never even thought about winning against him. He always sees fights as boring games because to Kang Pildu, it's not just about winning or losing. It's about making his opponent submit before him." The subordinate adds, "Those who resist until the end, he will break them, even if it means killing them. That's who Kang Pildu is." The subordinate says again in a laughing tone, "He's never taken a losing bet fight, Pildu. Think carefully. Once you step beyond the door, you will really, really die. Go hide and leave. Leave your life somewhere else. That's the only way you can survive. I also had to do that." Our main character responds, "I wanted to do that too, but Chongsun, I don't even have any place to hide anymore." Then we see our main character click the doorbell. After that, the scene shifts to our main character's second brother, who is walking towards the door, stressing the muscles of his body. He opens the door, and in front of him stands our main character. Before we wrap up today's video, I've got some fantastic news to share with you all. We've hit a significant milestone. Our subscriber count has soared, and it's all thanks to your incredible support. Your engagement, feedback, and enthusiasm mean the world to me. I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude for your ongoing support. It's your encouragement that keeps me motivated to create content that resonates with you. Together, we've built an amazing community, and I'm honored to be a part of it. As we celebrate this achievement, let's remember that it's about more than just the numbers. It's about the connections we've forged and the impact we've made together. So, here's to us, our fantastic community, and to the bright future ahead. Thank you all for being a part of this journey. Until next time, take care and stay awesome.